Hello YouTube, this is another Proxy Singed ranked game with commentary. I'm Plat 2 I think at the moment. I think this is my Plat 2 promo, and there are quite a few diamond players in this game. A good mix of plats and diamonds. As you can see, I tried to sneak in the tri-brush, but Shaco was waiting for me already. Yes, Shaco is my opponent. It is Shaco top lane, and this guy's not a troll. His name is Ronald McShaco, so this guy clearly likes Shaco just as much as I love Singed, and it looks like he didn't get to go jungle, so he's playing Shaco top. I don't think it's a troll pick, as it does work out quite well for him as the game progresses. This is probably one of the hardest games I've ever carried as Singed in about 3 years of playing Singed, so hopefully you will learn something. So I've warded, time's gone 1:30 and I'm moving up to the first wave. As usual, walk straight up to the minions, pull them diagonally upwards towards the tower so I don't get hit by the tower, flicking my poison on and off, making sure every single one of them is damaged. I occasionally pause to auto attack them and pulling them down, or keeping an eye on Shaco, as I can see he's not too pleased with what I'm doing. I don't really care that Shaco showed up, so I'll just continue to just running around the jungle in circles. He knows he can't do anything at the moment. At level 1 Shaco is not very scary at all. If it was a Riven or a Jace or a Renekton or something, or a Jax, they could probably beat me to death with CC, but Shaco doesn't really have much at level 1. So I pulled the second wave around because I don't really want to stand and tank it. Shaco's going to be stuck at his tower. If I was facing a ranged champion, I would consider keeping the minions back at the base, but I don't see Shaco as a particular threat at the moment, so I decide to not take additional damage and just pull them round instead. This is one of those rare games where I don't get first blooded or have to execute before my base. I actually get to recall, because for some reason Kha'Zix was taking his time getting to his red buff. I don't really know why. Always TP back to tower. If you look at some of my older videos, you'll see I was making the mistake of TPing to a minion that was next to a friendly tower, because at the time I didn't even know that they changed teleport. If you don't know already, teleport has a greatly reduced cooldown if you teleport to a friendly tower and if you cancel it. I think I was on holiday when they actually patched it, so I never actually noticed it when it was patched. I'm being a little bit cautious here because I don't really know what a lane Shaco is capable of. I've got no idea. I think I played this on the assumption that he's not going to out-trade me because he's got a standard auto attack in the poison to do that. But his 2-shift poison, his E, really hurts. Probably because I've got no magic resist, and I believe it does magic damage.
It's nearly time.
So Shaco's actually just gone straight for our jungler. I don't know why we've got a jungle Nunu. I don't know what this guy was thinking, but this guy is just a real idiot, and this Nunu is, and I suspect he's actually trolling because he just does awful things all game, and him and the Blanc just flame each other non-stop. When the game was over, I was just relieved to be out of it. It was just a horrible game, really. If you ever feel like you want to main or play a lot of Singed, be prepared to be using your B button a hell of a lot in laning phase. As Singed, you just get beaten by everything in laning phase. It's not even funny. Like, don't even talk about Nidalee and Teemo and Jace and Karma and Ryze and Kayle. Forget those champions. Let's talk about melee champions like Riven and Lee Sin. I mean, manaless champions that could just grind you out of lane. It's such a pain. You get used to it after a while though. So Kha'Zix tries to gank me here, and yeah, I fling him into the tower. I could have killed him there, actually. I thought he was dead already, but I could have ghosted and finished him off, and that would have been great. But yeah, whoops. Oh well. I sent him back anyway, so reduce some of his pressure. It's really a different experience playing against somebody who is naming themselves after a champion and playing that champion against you, rather than playing against all the Teemos and Vladimirs and Ryzes that I've faced all the way through Gold and Platinum so far. I'm practically in Diamond, but I've faced a lot of people who were counter-picking me without really knowing those champions, and my experience just gives me the edge on them. But with this guy, he's played, I mean, he's a Shaco main, he really knows his champion, so I'd say we're probably pretty equal with our champion knowledge, or I may be completely wrong. He may also be a Smurf as well. So I ult here. I don't have a lot of mana left, so I popped a mana potion, and I just go to Proxy. I want to keep Shaco in lane as long as possible. It's the best thing to do when you're playing Proxy Singed, is make sure your opponent can never back ever, because if they back, they get items, they get mana, and they get HP. Don't really know what this Shaco's trying to do here. Alright, yeah, kills Nunu, but I'll pick him up. Even though he's Oom as well, so it's like an Oom Singed versus an Oom Shaco. It's quite funny. Good play by him though. I'm impressed by the way that he manages to find and kill the jungler all the time. Probably warded that little rush there.
A summoner has disconnected.
This is a true Elo hell game, guys. We've got a mid that's just repeatedly disconnecting. Who is flaming the jungler? The jungler is an idiot or a troll, I'm not sure which, and he's flaming the mid. And there's a fed Kha'Zix running around on the map. It's just pure Elo hell. I teleport in here. I noticed the bot lane is so overextended, and Diana gets a good engage, probably dies here. Yeah, she dies. And I can't remember what actually happens. I've got my ultimate on, so I'm quite comfortable just running around. Here comes Nunu. If you can just ice ball someone, that'd be helpful. Okay, got a shutdown, so that was great. And I think I decide to back off here because I'm Oom. And Soraka's just one of those champions that can just keep running away forever, healing, but I noticed that she's Oom, so easy kill. And she walks in the trap. Nice. I guess Shaco's doing the right thing, just being Shaco, I suppose. Pushing constantly. But I'm quite happy to lose my first half most of the time. Second tower is okay to lose, but you have to kind of, once you've lost your second tower, you have to be guarding your third tower with your life, otherwise Shaco is just free to backdoor an inhibitor anytime he likes. And at that point it becomes very hard to win, as you'll see later. Some people occasionally tell me to freeze the lane at Singed, but I actually have no idea what they're talking about. Freeze the lane at Singed. The concept just makes no sense to me whatsoever. Just push all day. It's far better. It's far better to do that. It's far better to push all day and get ganks than to freeze and play chaotic with Singed, in my opinion. Yeah, so Kazik shows up, no big deal, he has no CC. Doesn't do much to me. Keep proxying. I think a lot of people who try proxy Singed fail at it because in an instance like that where they would get ganked, they would get ganked by just the jungler, the top lane is not even coming to help, maybe he would come eventually. In a situation like that I don't recognise as being very dangerous at all, so I would just ignore them and just keep going rather than ulting and trying to shoot them all the way through the jungle, because while I'm doing that the lane's pushing back to my tower again. You've just got to keep proxying as much as you possibly can and learn when it's actually worth running away. This Nunu is such a troll, seriously. But it's good that he's not playing very seriously, because it allows me to show you the true carrying potential that Singed has, even when your teammates are failing across the board. And of course the LeBlanc continues to flame him. Shaco, I think he stole our blue buff, which was bad of me because I should have expected him to do that. That guy, I actually do play against that guy in another game, and he plays as jungle Shaco, and he absolutely whoops my ass. So it's good that he was made to top lane. So I just popped my ult there just to harass him under the tower, but I wasted too much mana on flinging his clone, which was a bit of a mistake. It was pretty difficult for me to get a kill on Shaco. Oh, I hate it when people say more babysit and cry about being ganked. I really hate it. People should learn to enjoy being ganked like I do, as it makes the game more challenging and interesting when you're getting camped. Especially when you can keep running away and wasting the jungler's time every single time. Game's really good, not going well at the moment. I think at this point I was thinking, yeah, FF it, pretty much. I just pop down mid, say hi to Cassin. I don't even try and fling him. I mean, what's the point? Yeah, so I'm like, really, at this point I really just don't know what to do. I have teleport. I should be looking to make a play of my teleport. Other than that, I should continue to pressure top, and it gets much more difficult to farm a Singed when you've taken the first tower down. I'm not a fan of taking the first tower too early on, because it means that when you proxy behind the second tower, the top laner is much closer to you than he would be if he was farming at the first. So I don't like taking that first tower. Also, it deletes a lot of creeps as well. Unlike just leaving up the second tower, where they have a much longer amount of time to reach the tower. I don't really see it as much of an advantage taking the top tower early. It doesn't offer much. There's no objectives nearby that really matter at that stage in the game. I think taking mid tower early is far more effective. So if you noticed earlier, I didn't fully commit to that fight. I just danced back and forth, but I managed to get a fling off on Castin somehow. And Castin's very squishy, so if you can lock him down for just a second, he should be dead. Especially against the LeBlanc, you can delete him instantly. Burst damage is the best weapon against Castin. I mean, he shouldn't really die to sustain damage because he can escape every single time he's about to die anyway. That's why LeBlanc is really good against him. LeBlanc or Viger or something like that, he can just lock him down and kill him instantly. Don't even give him a chance to get away. It's one of the things you have to master with Singed in little skirmishes like that, is just dancing in and out, rather than just fully committing to the fight. Dancing in and out, getting people to waste their cooldowns, looking for a fling, rather than just going completely ham. It can be more effective in smaller skirmishes.
I hear you.
At this point, I suspect that they're doing Baron. I ward the blue buff because I suspect that Shaco might attempt to steal it again. I see they're not doing Baron, so I return to my lane to farm. I still really don't know what to do this game. This is one of those games where there's so many moments where I'm just like, man, I see no opportunity to teleport, so I'll just keep pushing top. Also notice that I don't fully commit to a fight with Shaco. It's not very useful having a guide for a Singed Shaco matchup on YouTube. I do realise that, but some of the principles from the matchup can be applied to others. For instance, Shaco has an almost limitless supply of escapes. He can almost always get away from you, although he is very squishy. So I don't ever fully commit to fighting him. I just harass him a little bit. I don't pop my ultimate because I know he'll just run away. I do TP down to Drake here, and we do secure it, so it was worth a cooldown. Plus, you never know when they're just going to instantly engage in your team, and you won't have any wards available. It really sucks when that happens. Again, more dancing back and forth. Singed is not very good at the dance before the team fight takes place, because all I can do is just eat a load of poke, try and threaten people for fling. I do manage to get another fling on Castin. I don't know what he was trying to do. That is not a brilliant Castin player, as you can see. He's making quite a few mistakes if he's getting flinged by Singed continuously. And then we catch out Lucian. I mean, their team just makes a ton of mistakes here. They really, these are errors that just shouldn't happen at the sealer. Soraka should know better than to try and stay under a tower. She goes down. Singed with red buff is very annoying to try and get away from. yeah, this is the point where the game starts to turn really, and all it took was just a couple of flings on people who shouldn't have been flung at all. Flinging champions who have instant spammable escapes, almost spammable escapes. If you want to avoid dancing back and forth in front of the enemy team as soon, which you will do most of the time because it sucks, then you should just try and rush them from behind, which is what I do here. Catch the AD carry and support out of guard. Solution never seems to be in the right place. I mean, sometimes I find it hard to believe this is high platinum slash diamond. I think this is platinum 1 or even the mistakes are just non-stop obvious mistakes. It's always the cocky assassin, the Kazakhs, who probably doesn't even read his skills and realise that he needs to attack isolated targets to do his full damage. He just goes diving gung-ho into groups of multiple enemy players. Not smart, mate. And I see Kassadin got a quadra, I'm like, what happened? What happened here? Don't forget, this is the new Kassadin, who scales much better into late game than the old Kassadin did. The old Kassadin peaked around level 13, he was more of a mid game carry, while the new Kassadin's more like a late game hyper carry. Okay, so whenever your teleport's up, you should go and split push and just teleport to join the fight. But make sure to tell your team to drop a ward just in case. Oh, this is going really badly. This is a bit of a throw here. Half team just gets caught out, and I don't really get to do anything very useful here. And Kazakhs gets away because of Soraka. That was awful. That was a 3 for none, so that's a complete throw. There's just many times where the team's just getting caught out for no reason. This is low diamond, high platinum. Standard's not very smart most of the time.
Nearly time.
Always check Baron, never assume that they're not doing it. Go and phase check it. I don't have a ward at that point. And this is the point where their team starts throwing, because they start getting caught out in our jungle. Split up from their team for no reason. Except this troll. Yeah, Nunu ultimate against an enemy Soraka, yeah. Wow. No words.
It's nearly time.
At this point I was pretty convinced that we were going to lose, so you could tell I wasn't very happy by the stuff I was typing into chat, but I guess I wasn't exactly flaming anybody. But don't type stuff like that, it doesn't help. It doesn't accomplish anything other than demoralise your team.
On my way. Nearly time.
Surprise, surprise, the enemy team's just pushed straight down mid and they're taking the inhibitor with no resistance. I mean, I should have probably been there, but I decided to get in behind them and cut off their escape, as I know that we can back off and heal up and they can't do that. Singed is very strong when you're running in the direction that they're fleeing, and you're coming at them from behind. Just run around, applying poison to everyone possible, bringing the ADC out of position. Do a lot of damage that way. Much more damage than just sticking to one target. That's what Kha'Zix is supposed to do. That's exactly what he's supposed to do. Not dive into a full team. How tanky this guy is, what the hell? I don't know how it takes so much damage. Still alive.
Nearly time.
Watching the replay of this game, I do find it hard to distinguish between the players in this game and many of the games I've played in Gold Elo while smurfing or low platinum. Is just not a lot of difference really. These could easily be gold players in this game right now. Always getting caught throwing all the time. Not really aware that they shouldn't be overextended in small groups. However, they're doing good stuff right now. It's actually the enemy team that is the one getting caught out. And I believe it's this throw that gives us the game. This is why I love teleport. Damn, that Shaco is doing work. Top lane Shaco could be a thing. If maybe Lee Sin was banned every single game forever.
Really try.
This is pretty much the worst kind of fight to be in a Singed, because all the carries are sitting under the tower and you just end up running back and forth, getting kited, not able to do any kind of damage at all. It was a really bad fight. I cover Nooney's escaping my poison there because I suspect that Shaco will probably try and go in.
On my way.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
I hear you.
Has been slain. Unstoppable.
And that death from Shaco was pretty much the turning point of the game, as the respawn timers start to get very punishing at this point and Baron becomes a more critical objective. That's how you play Kha'Zix. I think I'll let him go at this point because I'm pretty sure he can turn around and just explode me before I get a chance to ping him. So I don't bother trying to go after him. Also, I noticed there's minions in our base, so I back off. By full mail. A lot of people ask, why don't you build Frozen Heart into the full mail? And I say to them, you try building Frozen Heart and Singed instead of full mail and see how it goes for you. I don't care about that extra HP. It's not very much at all. Full mail is just amazing when you have a little bit of magic pen and you're playing a tanky champion who typically runs into the middle of the enemy team. The damage you can put out with just full mail alone is quite frightening. This Nunu's flashes just never cease to amaze me. Do we catch him here? Can't remember. I think we do. Oh no, we just get baited into the enemy team right in front of Baron. Yeah. Pretty much game-changing fight right here. Seem to remember. At least Caitlyn finishes him off. And that was just a total mess from both sides. I'm surprised we even came out on top of that one. I'm not even sure what happened. I pinned Baron, which is a bit dumb, so I decided to back off and buy stuff.
Your inhibitor is respawning soon.
To sing or not to sing.
It's also amazing at the CeeLo that you can simply just rush a Baron late game when your team has a lot of items. If the enemy team is not prepared for it, you will simply take it before they have a chance to respond. I mean, they knew that we were taking it, casting was there, yet they just don't do anything about it. It's almost as if they just want to lose the game because they're bored. It's amazing. Free Baron, no resistance. You can see I was getting stressed out by the fact I was typing in all caps, which I don't do ever, but I was pretty anxious just to end this game, at this point, because there's also a tendency to people to take Baron buffs and simply just go off farming the jungle whilst the buff expires. So I want people to know, wanted the people in this game to know that we had Baron, so we had a window of opportunity, a limited window of opportunity to push mid whilst we had an advantage. And my TP was up, so I was quite prepared to simply sit and block the Shaco from doing any of his backdooring stuff whilst my team pushed mid. And as you can see, again, casting gets caught out. I don't know how. I don't know how the casting just keeps getting repeatedly caught. He must just be R-ing into the middle of our team. We also pick up Kha'Zix, and at this point it's pretty much GG. Shaco decided to split push. I just allow the Shaco to continue split pushing, so I know that he can't win a base race against 4 people. So we just keep going. GG.